around the turn of the century in 2001 during the dot-com meltdown. This was a very difficult time. The internet had just come up in the mid-90s, and we were quick as an organization to build a strong business around e-commerce, which was growing very rapidly. But when that bust in 2001, we were caught on the wrong foot, and the organization needed to take some very painful decisions around right sizing. And one of the things that we did at that time was to be absolutely transparent with the organization on the problems that we were experiencing. And rather than taking the route of laying off people, we were able to convince the workforce that it would be better for us to take voluntary cuts in our compensation. And this was led by the leadership, which took the maximum cuts, followed by the supervisors, and of course the least cuts were taken by the frontline developers. And the next challenge came during the financial meltdown, which happened in 2008 as a result of the subprime crisis. But we learned from our earlier mistakes, and this time we did not resort to any cost cutting to deal with that challenge. On the other hand, we actually saw the challenge as an opportunity, because discontinuities create opportunities, and we were able to reorient our business portfolio and get into new business areas, as a result of which we actually came out very strong from that slowdown. So in fact, for the next 3 years, after the slowdown from 2010 to 2013, I recollect, we had a growth of about 25% CAGR. So we started getting better. And so when the third challenge was around the corner, which had to do with the extensive amount of technology disruption that we are seeing, which I think started becoming visible around 2015, it became evident that we needed to be proactive in terms of actually changing the culture of the organization to be able to deal with that challenge. So we needed to bring a fundamental shift in the mindset of our entire workforce from doing what they are told to do, which they used to do extremely well, to identifying opportunities of value add. And this change in culture actually required a significant investment of the management team. We were able to do that very successfully. It started with, of course, defining an engaging vision. So earlier, the value proposition used to be essentially around cost arbitrage. We could deliver software faster, cheaper, better than anybody else in the world, and that was a value proposition. But when we needed to change the mindset to identifying opportunities of value add, that whole value proposition had to be changed to delivering business value. And so we created a service vision, which was very simply new ideas, more value. And that resulted in a number of changes in the organization. And I can very proudly say today, when we look at our customer satisfaction, particularly around NPS, which is the Net Promoter Score, our NPS is at world-class levels, best in class, as a result of this change that we brought about in our culture.